yeah. Tell me what they're fighting for. What they're killing for. We don't need no more. No. So tell them wicked people. Fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Oh Lord, I said this is the end for love. Fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Oh, silly boy, you ain't mad at all. No, another one just gone. Boy, you beat your chest and smile. Say you's a madman. Another young boy fall. Your soul can rest at night. Oh, you's a bad man. Bad man is a man who deceives a woman and protect the young ones by any means, lad. You ain't no bad man, boy, nah. You ain't no bad man. Only bad man is make his own decisions. You don't need anyone. He only needs God. You ain't no bad man, boy, nah. You ain't no bad man. So sit down, rock back. Tell them I don't need no strap to defend my people from wicked and evil. So sit down, rock back. Big man, look for a walk. You're too damn evil. If you distress my people, then fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Oh Lord, I said this is the end for love. Fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Oh.
A man come on my video yesterday and tell me, boss, hurry up and get to the point. He say, forget the music, don't play no music. And I didn't play no music, I think last night or the night before. And I think back and I realize, I taken instructions from this man. This man comparing me to public office holders who are being paid to serve him. Me, I doing this out of the love of country and goodness of my heart. And to the trolls, to the PNM cult members and your sisters in the UNC. You know you like to watch my video. You know you like to be on my wall. You know you like to be in the little conversation and to get the breaking news and to be part of the whole thing. Don't get yourself blocked now. You see right now, my wall busy like not Times Square, Times Square dead. My wall busy now like how Times Square normally is without coronavirus. So I have no time. Every time I pick up my phone, bam, messages. Every time I open Facebook, open email, open Instagram, I don't even use Twitter anymore. It's just too much. And you know what? It's a love for my country. Like everybody in the PEP. The Progressive Empowerment Party at the highest level had a meeting today, seated 3 feet from each other, in open air, in hot sun, because we had to meet. We had to meet. We had to make sure all the ducks are in a row. And what needs to happen, happens. And I look at these people and I think to myself, how these people must love this country. It can't just be me. I mean, I know I'm sexy and I'm gorgeous and you like to hear me talk and all that drama, fine. I understand. Sometimes I can't get enough for me. But these people have to love this country to put themselves out and put themselves through so much. I am getting messages from public servants at the highest level who are asking me to represent them without giving up their names. And that is the conundrum, because they are worried about their situation, but they are scared to lose their jobs. And I can understand both conditions. So I just have to find a way to share a post without you being able to tell who gave me the post. And unless the person wants to jump out himself and take credit for it, I don't. And I'm thinking, tonight, my mind strayed to the 1%. Somebody just messaged me the I know I sexy talk though add to my demographic. I want him to hear me say this. If you're new to this live video, you will understand tongue-in-cheek humor, sarcasm, and cynicism are my weapons of choice. And all my blades are sharp. So don't take everything. As Freud said, sometimes a cigar, it's just a cigar. Sometimes it could have phallic representation, but sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Tonight's video is about making sense out of a lot of nonsense. And there are some people in this country who are going to learn by force. The power of this country was always the workers, the voters, and the consumers. It is not election time yet. But by force, labor and consumption has been removed from the equation. Paul, I ignoring everybody. I know how sexy I am. And again, that's a joke. But in the Tao Te Ching, they said the first wrong of madness, the first wrong of insanity is to believe that anything is better looking than you. To the skunk and the hedgehog, they are not only the best looking animals, they are not only the best looking skunk and hedgehogs among skunks and hedgehogs, they are the best looking animals in the forest. Not getting video to load, Kevin Pye, reboot your device, reload. Let's make some sense out of the nonsense. Without your labor and your consumption, plenty businesses could go under. And you know who not gonna go under? The small man. You see the small businessman who are custom suffering? You see the small roti store that could close for 2 weeks and still make sure that the one staff member get something to carry them through and close for 2 weeks, hang up the pots, they'll survive. It's the people with the 20 and the 30 stores and the 400 employees who front end profit, whose credit, who spent 30 days ago the money they're making today. So the bank has to carry them now. But the bank cannot carry all of them at the same time. And it's going to become, I'm trying so hard to be so good. It's going to become a shirt and pants show. It's going to be a shirt show at least. There's going to be some drama, some hiccups, driving around town today. Listen, William Nightingale, all of y'all who messaging business owners hiking up food prices, oh Christ, sacrifice now. Go and buy a breadfruit and a little saltfish and sacrifice. You know what I do today? I take all the leftovers in my fridge and I cook all of them together in a stew. In a stew. I ain't wasting nothing. Let me stop complaining and start acting in our best interests. If you jack up the prices of the food, leave the food to rot, and the retailer will go out of business, and his supplier will go out of business. But you know what will exist? The absolute demand, the need will exist, and some other savvy business person will take their place and offer good prices. And that's who you give your business to. Tell one another, go and shop by Johnny, Go and shop by Sally. Go and shop by Mary. And prices good. I kept telling y'all. Give the most of your business. I don't like how it's doing this. Give the most of your business to the small businessman who don't know you as a number on a balance sheet. He know you by name. The vendor you buying from. The vendor. You see, we like to play Yankee, you know. Something about Trinidadians. We like to dress up and go in Price Mart. Go in high, low, and true value. We like that. We know we're saving money if we go in the market. We know that. We know if we shop in the market alone, we save half the grocery bill. We know that. But we want to play folks. It's why we's going eating KFC. We know it ain't good for you. But we line it up in there because it's folks. I have somebody who I've been trying to get on the show, and I'll interrupt this rant to see if I can get this chap, because he's been trying to come on the show himself.
Hi, Philip. I'm giving it to him. Okay, one sec.
I think we're getting him. I think we are going to be fortunate tonight and actually get him. Let's see. Let's set this up nice. Yes, Paul Elias Alexander. How are you, sir? You are live on social media. So everybody who is watching the video now, share the video. My brother, who I promised to bring on the show on Sunday, couldn't make it. He's here now. And some of you all had questions for him. So you could type it in the news feed, and I will ask him the questions for you. But he's here. He's an epidemiologist. He's a doctor of this nonsense. He's an assistant professor. Paul?
Yes, Philip.
Introduce yourself, brother.
All right. So, listen, let me get straight to the point. So I suppose everybody busy. Philip, thanks on your call, and I really calling as your brother, and I know you just run this show. So, but I'm calling, I'm having just quick, just to help in this discussion, but mainly as a Trinidad Tobagonian, because I grew up here, and it's my home too, and I might be outside, but that's not forever, and I know everybody confused because everybody in the world confused. The United States is the first world nation, the top nation, and they're under a lot of drama. Canada, Britain, all countries right now. So everybody just wants some information. They're trying to figure out, and we too. So, and everything changing by the hour. And a lot of good people doing a lot of research, trying to wrap their hands around this issue. And you don't have many answers, but they have a few important things, and help people.
Paul, just hold on 1 second for me. I need to say two things. One, Oliver Marin, this is a call in, so you're not going to see him. Maybe another time in the future, we will have him on the actual Plain Talk show, and we will have him on a video link. But this is a call in, so you're not going to see him tonight. That's one. Two, to the people who are WhatsApping me, because I'm seeing the WhatsApps, but I'm taking this call on WhatsApp too. So I can't operate that device to ask him questions. So if you want questions answered by Paul, you have to ask it on the live feed, and I will take a note and ask him as we go. Sorry for the interruption, Paul. Continue.
Okay, so Philip, you had to just let me talk.
Yeah.
How it could unfold in my head. And again, I just talking as a Trinidadian Tobagonian that care for my country and the entire Caribbean. I know a lot of us in the Caribbean, we don't really get the kind of information we need from the government. And this is not a call to blame government. No. Because everybody has to work together here. This is about we sharing information amongst each other to try and figure out what we need to do next best. This is all about information sharing. Nobody pretending to know more than anybody else. We just sharing. So I'm not talking politics. I talking to Trinidadians and Tobagonians who concern through your show. Like I concern for my own family too. So one human being to another. So anyway, here's the issue. You have PAHO down there in the Caribbean, being led by Washington, D.C. And PAHO Trinidad and Tobago is doing an excellent job. I have to tell you, I know a lot of those people there. Those are top people, and they're struggling with this issue too, trying to give the best guidance. You have CARFA working down there also, the Caribbean Epidemiology Center, Public Health Agency, very good people, also grappling. You have your Ministry of Health, etc. A lot of good people, and you have to understand something, that if the United States struggling to on an hour-by-hour, day-to-day basis, just to keep ahead of this, and countries like Australia, Canada, Britain, I could just imagine what's going on down there. And I think the reason why I wanted to chat, because from talking to you, Philip, because of our own parents, you know, and the risks and stuff involved. So I know many Trinidadians face, and Tobagonians and Caribbean peoples faced with the same issue too. So again, I'm talking as though we were sitting down in a bar and you say, hey, boy, this thing around and what we gonna do, and so I wanna talk to you like that. Look, we're producing guidelines right now. The group that I involved with, international, about 35 scientists, and we probably publish in about 2 days clinical practice guidelines for all clinicians, medical community globally. So when that come out, share it with you. Well, everybody will have access to it, and so that's good. But the issue here is, look, when you have this kind of challenge, you have to look at it like this. If a society just had a population, let's say the population was 100,000 people, and the average age of the people was just 20 years old, and the lowest age was 10 and the highest age was 30, and the average age is 20. So that means everybody in that population, the average age is 20, the youngest person is 10, and the oldest person is 30. All 100,000 people fall in that age group. Then a pathogen like this moving through there, it's not going to be a problem. You might have one mortality, one death. Because everybody I just described to you, young, likely healthy, they're not going to have any issues. And this virus will come, and this virus will go. Nobody will know about it really. Your government, your public health officials might tell you about it, because they're not incurring no debts. The challenge for societies like Canada and United States and like Trinidad is, within our society, we have a large portion of the population, some countries more than others. So Canada have about 40%, that's over 65. So our population, the age structure, we have an older population. So why this is a challenge is this. Normally, and why all the drama and all of the running around and trying to figure out what we're going to do. And that's why I decided I want to call in and talk to say, look, calm down, everybody. Because once you're a young person, healthy individual, eating well, getting some rest, etc., when you bump up against this, chances are you wouldn't even know you passed through this. You will get the infection, because you will be exposed, and it is highly infectious. You get infected, your body builds antibodies, and you move on. You might get a little stomach upset one day.
But I want to ask you a question. How does that stack up against France saying that 50% of the people in their ICU are under 60 years old? They put that out today.
Well, I don't understand that, because the data that we're looking at, all of the case series and observational data, all of the data we're looking at right now suggests that people who bumping up against ICU and emergency and need aggressive therapy are the elder population. And when we look at the data and we model it, we are able to predict that the people who need that aggressive treatment are the people who are older in the population. They have advanced age, but mainly they have underlying medical conditions. So like when I saw the news today, I saw some Italian soccer player, 21, died. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
A coach or something like that. So when I saw it at first, I said, well, what the hell is this? That gave me a pause for concern because I say, now it's behaving atypically because these are young, virulent,
But could
viral individuals.
but could that have
And
been
you,
could that have been a compromised respiratory system?
no, but when you read the article further, you didn't just have to read. You see the news sensationalizing the crap.
Yeah.
And they're what causing the panic. When you read the article further, it says that this person is immunocompromised and I think has some form of cancer, so they're likely on all sorts of immunosuppressants, etc. So that is why this young person bumped up
Succumbed.
against this virus and it was a problem. And that's the main message. Here's the main message. 90% of people who face this virus probably will not know you got infected. Because it might give you a little sniffles, a little tummy ache one day, just for an hour or two, a little bit. You may never feel any symptoms. Most people. In fact, I stand up here talking to you, Philip. I am 100% positive. I am COVID positive. That I experienced it, got infected, I got immunities and moved on. Because
Tell me more about
in Toronto, have a lot of foreign people, a lot of Asians living here, traveling back and forth before we knew this was raging. So chances are me and my whole family, and you don't know.
Tell me more about immunity. Tell me more about immunity. Dispel that myth that you can't develop an immunity to COVID-19. Is that true?
Of course you're gonna do. You could develop an immunity to any pathogen you expose.
Right. So that is just a myth, right? Debunk that myth and move on.
Yeah. So look, I try to explain to you this way. So when I explain to you, let me explain to you this way. Within the infectious disease world and epidemiology, we have something we call herd immunity. That's like a herd of cattle or whatever, herd of horses, HERD. And what herd immunity really means is, normally, when a pathogen moves into a society or setting, we want everybody who is young and well to be exposed to it, to get infected. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. We want you to deliberately be infected because by you deliberately getting infected with this pathogen and it's not bad for you, you're going to build immunity states, antibodies, and we supplement that with a vaccine program. So the herd immunity arrives, a particular number within the population where between your exposure and you developing the immunity plus the vaccine program, the society, the larger, big swath of the population becomes immune. Therefore, it is that portion of the society that is immune that gives protection to the portion of the society like the aged, who we often can't reach and we can't vaccinate, or people who are hidden from the medical system. So we want the younger, stronger among us to actually develop the antibodies so that we can protect the weaker among us. A vaccine program, a public health program is not for you, it's not for me, it's for the aged and people with comorbid conditions in the age, people with compromised immune system, because they can't deal with the vaccine often. So we are developing a buffer for them, because once we are immune, and they have a big segment of the society immune, the pathogen can't spread anymore.
But I want to ask you, but you know, everybody's watching and I want me to ask you this question. Because what you're saying and the experience...
Well, I could only answer what I could answer.
I know that, but I just want to... No, I'm not putting you on the spot. And anything I ask you that you can't answer, don't. Because I understand that you have some constraints. But looking at what happened in China, Italy, Spain, now the UK, Iran, how did that not happen there?
How did what not happen?
The herd, how did it, instead of becoming a bumper, as you suggest, how come it ran through the society and so many people were infected?
Because again, we're coming back to the news and the disinformation and the misinformation and a lot of these politicians, because at the end of the day, this moved from being a public health challenge to a political football for all those people leading all those countries, because they know one thing: if if it get bad, I'm gonna be voted out. So
Yes, sir.
I don't want no deaths.
When they
And
hear
the
you use
deaths-
that word, they know for sure you're my brother.
Okay. Sorry, I apologize. And the debts gonna accumulate in the older people, and everybody else gonna be upset because their father and their mother died. So the key is the politicians. Listen, when Donald Trump or the Prime Minister of Canada or wherever, when they come in on the news every day to talk, they're not talking about protecting the young people in the society. All of the restraints they're asking you to shelter in place and to isolate yourself and to don't go out and all that. That again is to protect the old people in the society, because they don't want the old people to get infected, because they're the ones that often have comorbid conditions that will develop the kind of pneumonia that this virus produces, and they will die. Because the United States don't have the infrastructure in place yet. They're going to get it, but they don't have it yet. They need more time. Same with Canada. So all these countries are a little behind the ball. But I have to say the US doing a good job. I'm watching it right now. You can't do more than what the US is doing right now. I have to applaud that. But I want to answer your question specifically. Italy as an example, because you call Italy. What the news didn't tell you is, when you look at the data properly, Italy has one of the oldest populations in the world. A large segment of their population over 80 years old. And Italy every year after year, decade after decade, has the most influenza cases. Everybody knows that in Europe. So for you to tell me now that COVID killed a lot of Italians, well, because they have an older population, and because normally their older population have more influenza deaths than any other society, roughly. So COVID come along and just following the suit. It's actually behaving the way it should, because it impacts elderly people with underlying medical conditions. Let me explain it to you this way, and I'll explain it to you this way and you'll understand. In the ideal epidemiological world, if I could theoretically look at it this way, if you could take a society when a new microbe is coming through it and say to the people, and you're strong enough as a politician, you come to the microphone and say, I'm the Minister of Health, let me tell you what's going on. We have this pathogen coming through. We know it's spread over there and it's coming here. That's what I want you all to understand. The older amongst you with likely comorbid conditions, your immune system not as strong as when you was a young boy or girl, you're not as compliant, so it's struggling. I want you to be locked down. I want to separate you from the society at large. Can you do that for about 3 weeks to a month? And then the rest of you, I want you to go about life as usual. Go about your supermarket, your clubs, you enjoy yourself. You actually, in the theoretical world, want that pathogen to be held at bay from the old people with comorbid conditions. So you want them secluded, but you want it raging through the normal population. Once that's not a deadly pathogen like an Ebola or something. Once it's normal, like an influenza, which this is. Because once the normal population gets exposed, the normal population, due to that exposure and its spreading, will develop the antibodies and we will get to the herd immunity. And after about a month or two, you then tell the aged population, all right, time to come back into the main society. And we now immunize people because we have immunity. We are the bumper for the old people. And that's the way I just explained it, a very simplistic way of the ideal way public health program to try and protect. You are always trying to protect the newborn infants and the old people in the society.
Okay, but then, so they have two things that seem to be conflicting with each other. You're saying that if we all get exposed and we all let it pass through our system, then we all develop.
This is mild.
Right, we all develop.
This is mild.
Right, okay, we all develop an immunity. But there's also what is being told to us that we will end up carrying this thing home to the infirm and the aged and the people with compromised immunities and infect them and kill them. So which is the path to walk?
No, but stop. It doesn't work like that. Because again, let me go over it more quickly. You have a closed society. So let's say a society of 1 million people. In that million people, 200,000 are old, over 80, 75, 80, and they have some medical conditions, or they don't even have medical conditions, they're just older. They're older. So 200,000 of the million. 800,000 are younger people, strong, healthy. You want to take that 200, if you could take them up on a plane, one plane, and fly them to another island and lock them there. Say, you stay here, don't move. And let the 800,000 that you left, let them face the virus and let it settle out there. Those people will develop immunities. Their antibodies, and they'll develop what we call herd immunity.
But we don't have that ideal situation.
Well, nobody anymore. That I just told you in the beginning is theoretical. This is the ideal
Right.
way. So now that we're behind the ball, because China let everybody fly, remember when it emerged there, we get word that a bunch of people fleeing. They flee all over the world. And now they infect. Now I'm talking to you as a human being here.
Yes, continue.
Now a lot of people infected. Okay? So we don't have that ideal anymore. So now we had to cope with what we had to cope with. So what we need, what your government needs to be telling the people, this is my view as a human being. I'm not even talking as a public health official anymore. I'm just talking. If I was them, I'd be blunt and still listen to old people. We're trying to protect you. So we need you to stay indoors for now and calm down. Get everything you need and stay indoors until we tell you to come out. Okay, no more walking around and nowhere. Nobody to visit you either. None of your children. Give you everything you need, lock it there. And we need to tell the rest of your society that the younger in you, the stronger in you, this particular infection is not as lethal even.
All right, I want to tell you, you made your point. People ask a couple questions, and if you could give me a brief answer to these questions, I wouldn't keep you much longer. Somebody just said in the feed that you're feisty like me. I told them there is a genetic trait in the family. Can't get away from that. Somebody want to know, can it manifest after the 14-day incubation?
What do you mean, can it manifest?
Can you be infected for 14 days and not develop COVID-19 and then develop it after 14 days?
No, but if you exposed and it going through the incubation period for you, your body developing immunity state, and is one of a couple of ways you could go. You either going to have no symptoms and you pass through it and you develop immunity, so that's fine. Or you get ill from it. You develop symptomatology and then you have to get treatment. Philip, the key here is this. For every country right now, and I think this is the most important message. Every country that's facing this, including the United States, they face one nightmare. And Trinidad and Tobago will face it or has to face it, and every island and every country. And Italy is facing it, and they lost a lot of people because they did not have the infrastructure in place. For this particular virus, it causes a particular type of breathing difficulty in elderly people with underlying medical conditions. If you are an old person with some kind of medical condition, and I am talking about you have colitis, I talk about a serious medical condition that you've been living with. These are the people that we want to isolate and keep them away from everybody. And you need to understand it as simple as that. And if they even as much as have a sniffle, you need to get those people, that person, to the emergency room. Because the type of pneumonia we're talking about is keep up quickly. You don't fool around with it. You don't say, someone will take you, blah, 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 blah. You need to get them in front of the medical community fast.
Wait.
And the rate
Stop. Because in Trinidad and Tobago, we've been told don't come into public health, call. Somebody shared tonight, and this person is somebody he is in a public position. I don't want to out him too much. He works for the state. This is his situation. He said he called because he wanted to get his family checked. And he said he called. And let me read what he said. Today I've had a first-hand experience concerning how disorganized and unprepared this country is for coronavirus. None of the hotlines work. None of the private doctors are seeing anyone with flu-like symptoms. The health centers are not seeing anyone with flu-like symptoms. The regional centers tell you straight, do not come in, quarantine yourself, and if it gets worse, call the EHS for a pickup ambulance. Hospitals are overwhelmed and frustrated. Go there at your own risk. Listen, you're saying to me, if you develop symptoms, especially respiratory symptoms, you
For the
do,
old people, you listen to me?
right?
Old with multiple conditions, underlying medical conditions. And
Not the average person.
Not the average person, because if you get a little sniffles, you could be getting normal influenza and it will come and go. You drink your chicken soup and you cool yourself. This virus is not lethal against normal, healthy people. Like, listen, what the media didn't tell you and the government before is, this is influenza. This is SARS-2. This is a family to SARS in the past, but this is much less lethal, but just highly more contagious. This virus has found a way to spread itself more efficiently than normal influenza. And because it goes undetected, because you don't show symptoms, or you don't feel that sick. It's not like when you're sick normally and you wake up and you're like dead. You could see it on your face, your nose running, your eyes watering, you're sneezing. This virus, most often you don't get that. So you actually have it, but you don't know. And that's why you're infecting so many, because you're coming up against people, you don't know your infection. And it's spreading.
So you're saying that from where you are now and the knowledge that you all have now, that the solution to this is to isolate the elderly and the infirm.
Of course, for every country, but that's what they're trying to do now.
Right, okay.
But you can't come, the President of the United States can't come on the news right now and say, hey, I want to isolate all the old people in America. I mean, that's a society where everything is identity politics, and I offend me, you offend me. Or you could put my mother in isolation and not the rest of us. So he faced with, he had to isolate everybody. So it's everybody now had to pay for this. When in the beginning, if the public health leaders would have said, we need to isolate the elderly, let this virus do its thing, and when it's finished, we'll bring everybody back together. That's the ideal situation.
Also, people are asking, we're only saying elderly, but people are asking, you are also saying that includes younger people with compromised immune systems.
Of course.
Right.
I mean,
Anybody
listening to this show is a smart enough person to know.
Christine Day just responded on my thread, and I want Christine Day to understand that you are a public health official. This is what you do. You've been frontline for all of these diseases.
Yeah, but Philip, you don't
but you need to understand, because they're going to listen.
Let me ask a simple question. If you're a young person, but you have a compromised immune system,
Paulie, all I'm saying to you right now is that the misinformation in the public space, because even I have been confused. You're clearing up a lot of things here. So we're saying again, you're saying that the problem with COVID-19 coronavirus is it is highly contagious. And you're saying that's the core issue. And you're saying that like any coronavirus, you can develop an immunity to it. If it passes through your system, most people will get a mild infection if their immune system is intact. Yes? Correct? I think we're losing him. I'm not sure. Yeah, you heard that question? Yeah, you heard that question?
No, say it again.
That
could you speak?
If you get it, it would be a mild infection. If that would be a mild, yes, I'm hearing you. You hearing me?
All right, so continue.
That it would be a mild infection if your immune system is intact, yes? Generally.
Yes, Philip, look, stop. Let me say it this way. my job. Because I don't worry. I don't worry about it because I'm a healthy individual at this point. So if I had underlying medical conditions, bona fide conditions that I have been struggling with, I will take extra precautions and make sure I don't go near anybody. But right now, I know. Now here's the key. I have to look at it in a matrix environment. I have to also be sensitive to the fact, well, you know what? I'm a young man still, roughly. I'm healthy. I wouldn't succumb to COVID, but I might become contagious. So I had to try and think, well, I don't want to get it and then pass it on to granny down the street or my neighbor. So everybody don't have to think like that. But the most important thing is, in any society was, you have to isolate the aged, particularly the aged with underlying medical conditions, or any young child who does not, like an infant, a newborn, does not have a proper functioning system yet, or anybody in the middle who have a compromised immune system but you're younger. It makes sense. If I'm a younger person, let's say I was 30, and I have some kind of immunosuppressant, because I have some kind of condition that requires that. Let's say I did a organ transplant. You have to dampen down my immune system for a while, might be for the rest of my life. I am vulnerable to potentially deal with this virus in a more aggressive way. So I have to take care of myself. I have to take myself down. And that's the message that has to go. So right now, hello?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, but try and continue.
Right now, the government officials faced with the problem that you have to tell the society what we're talking about here, but in a nice way, because everybody's sensitive and everybody don't want their rights adjusted and they don't want to feel like you put them under curfew.
All right, okay. All right, okay,
listen.
okay. Yeah, but that's a function of leadership. You said you don't want to talk politics. I want to tell you something. Right now in the world, 198,000 people are infected.
Right.
It was, of the active cases, there are 107,000 active cases. 7,981 people died. Of those numbers, what is that subpar, above par as a percentage death rate for something like this?
Well, no, because the statistics not being truthful to the normal person. So when you had the Middle Eastern virus that run through the Middle East, the mortality rate was 40%. When you had SARS, the mortality rate was 11%, 10-11. If you look at the mortality rate here, if you put the number of deaths over the number of cases, you get roughly constantly around 3.5% globally. Now, here's the problem. You are only talking about people who are bona fide cases, who get lab confirmed or who presented to the hospital and they did a swab and they know this person is COVID positive. So the denominator in the equation is only those who are confirmed cases. But we just talked about 80 to 90% of us getting this infection and not even knowing and going on with life. If you capture the millions of people who are already infected in the denominator of that equation, the mortality rate will drop to like 0.3.
So it is
less than everything else.
okay. So I'm gonna ask you one more question because, and this is the last question, right? We are in a country that has roughly about 47 ventilators that I have been informed, and I am not saying that this is as an exact number. Trinidad just started getting its cases.
Right.
I think that a lot of the people are self-isolating. I had to go out today and I drove around and round the Savannah, downtown. I mean, the place was calm. They had no traffic. Schools are closed. The banks letting in people a little at a time. So I'm asking you, even though I think that we handled it late and we reacted late because we had this information since January, at this point, would you say that we are in an okay place or we should be concerned?
Every society in the world that have elderly people in a society has to be concerned because this condition, for some of the elderly, if they get infected, causes a pneumonia, acute respiratory distress syndrome, that causes a severe difficulty in breathing. They need ventilation. They need a mechanical ventilator or even ECMO, more aggressive. Now, here's the problem. To put it in perspective to you, the United States has about, some say 70,000, some say including military, 100,000 mechanical ventilators. The United States. The United States have a population of about 340 million. Let's say half is over 60. Let's say of that, let's say 80 million people over 70. Now you think about it, 80 million people. Let's say only 1% of that 80 million get COVID infection of the elderly.
That's 800,000
What's
people.
one?
That's
How many
800,
people is that?
800,000 people.
Good.
And you have 70, and you have 100,000 ventilators. So you're making the point that is a numbers
You
game.
understand what Mr. Trump, the President of the United States, faces?
Right. So
And he can't tell the people how we just talked about it. Because then everybody's going to start running in the street. So what he's doing right now is buying time. He has asked the manufacturers of all the ventilators to ramp up, to place a big order, so they need to start delivering. While they're doing that, he's begging people to isolate the elderly and to calm yourself down and stay away from the elderly. If he could say it this way, please, stay away from the elderly because you might be infected and you don't know it. You're young and strong. They won't do nothing. Don't go near the elderly first, please, for the next month. That's the message that should come
Understood.
from a politician today.
We understand.
Once
We
the
understand
government
that, Claire,
please.
and that will be our message from now on. I want to
You
say,
understand what I just said?
I absolutely understand. I want to add
Because
to that
here's the question. How many people in Trinidad and Tobago? 1.4 million?
1.4. Well, it could be
How
as
many
high.
people you think
It could be
are
as high as
over 70?
1.6 with the foreigners. We had when Gary
How many
Griffith.
people? How many people in Trinidad? Let's just speculate because we don't know. But how many people you think are over 70?
200,000 people are under the age of 16.
I said over 70.
I know, I'm just telling you. So if you could extrapolate numbers or percentages or guidelines,
Alright, let's just pretend.
so I would say about 40%.
Okay, let's just pretend of the 1.4 million Trinidad and Tobago. Let's say 300,000.
500,000. I would say about 4 or 500,000.
Okay, 4 or 500,000. And let's say of that 4 or 500,000, some of them have ongoing medical conditions besides the fact that they're over 70, 75, 80 years old. Let's say, so of that 500,000, let's say 100,000 of them, 100,000 have accompanying underlying secondary conditions. If of that 100,000, just 10%, which is 10,000, develop COVID, or let's say only 1%, which is 1,000. If 1,000 Trinidadians develop COVID who are over 75 and they had secondary conditions,
You made the point. You
they're
made
gonna be-
anything
they're
else?
gonna need
Anything
to be
else?
in a hospital on a ventilator. And you just said
47. Right. So anything else we say now, I want to stop it because anything else we say now will be graphic. And I guess that's what happened in Italy. More bodies than
You asked me a
ventilators.
question earlier. I've been trying to answer it. Exactly what just happened. So when Italy said, everybody said, oh my gosh, this is so deadly. This is not deadly. This is because you, Italy, have the highest age population. You have the highest influenza rates normally. And you have no ventilators. So your people went, the old people got COVID, got the pneumonia, and you had no support, no ventilators. The mechanical ventilator is the rate limited step in the amount of deaths any society will face from this condition. Any society. To the elderly with conditions.
Paul,
That's the key.
I I want to tell you thanks a lot for stepping out your crease and coming and joining us. Somebody just wrote on the feed that you have more fire than me. That is plenty compliment to get, you know.
Okay, all right. Good night. Bye.
All right. Good night, Paul. Bye. So, what have we learned? And all in the cheap seats for the old talk. Don't make me come down there. This is Alexander Squared indeed. That's my designate for Minister of Health. Watch yourself. What he forget, all of them in public health in Trinidad, I learn yet. What we've learned tonight is this. We desperately need to isolate those and understand this. He speaks clinically. So I have to put in the little buffers and soften it for you. They've learned this as they went along. When this was raging through Wuhan, China, we didn't know this. We didn't know a lot of this. But we know a lot now. No, Sima, don't get it wrong. I am never frustrated when I am learning. And tonight I was learning. That's my big brother. And he is the best in his field. He is the absolute best in his field. And I want to tell you, anytime you all could look at the Plain Talk series and you will see I go out and I look for the brightest people. I not Keith Rowley, you know. If you tell me form a cabinet tomorrow as bright as I bright, and I know I bright, everybody else in the room for the specific capacity or industry that they represent, they will be a lot brighter than me. And that's how it's supposed to be. Anyway, coming back on this. We have a limited, like every other country, we have a limited capacity to ventilate compromised respiratory systems. Yeah? Kami Mirage wants to know if Paul is single. No. His wife works for the FBI, believe it or not. So stay in your lane. Yeah. Or the CIA, one of those two. Coming back on point. We don't have enough capacity worldwide, but we're dealing with Trinidad to manually ventilate people with compromised respiratory systems due to COVID-19. And that it doesn't necessarily have to be the elderly. We just spoke about the 21-year-old Italian footballer he had a compromised immune system. But it is definitely the elderly and anybody who has a compromised immune system. If you have HIV and taking suppressants, if you've had transplants and taking suppressants, if you have any system, any disease, anything that you're managing, that you're on a medical regime, and you know your day starts and ends with treatment to manage and cope, you fall into this high-risk group of people. And we need, now, I was trying to say to him, but I just held it back, and I'll tell you. When Gary Griffith was Minister of National Security, we did a quick survey, and we found that there were 110,000 illegal immigrants in Trinidad outside of the 1.4 million people. 110,000 illegal immigrants that overstayed, that came through the legitimate ports and overstayed. Beyond that, we knew that there were tens of thousands who came in via other means. This was before Venezuela collapsed. That was 2014. Fast forward 5 and 6 years, and the smallest estimate is 100,000 Venezuelans. So if you say that we have an underground population of about 250,000 people who are not part of the actual system, we could have a problem there. We could have a problem there. That's something that I hope that the government is paying attention to. Now, I want to say this. Right now, in Trinidad and Tobago, we have a government And I will do everything in my power, because this is a crisis, to assist in getting this crisis behind us. But I am taking notes, and I will demonstrate to you, and I had to tell somebody today who told me, Philip, let's put aside who do what and focus on this. And you're right in a way. But I'll tell you where you're wrong. A couple years ago, a family went by a pool, and there are these concrete yard garden tables. You all know the round concrete garden tables with the concrete chairs. And a child was playing on the table. I can't remember the whole story. And the top of the table flipped over and crushed the child, because there were no systems in place to say that these are checked and are safe for public use. A couple years ago, an elderly gentleman with his grandchild properly secured in a car seat forgot the child in the car and went about his business, and the child died. And the reason I bring up those two things is that when it happened, there was a big uproar. And when it happened, there was a lot of talk. And what happened since? Nothing. 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 When CLECO collapsed, there was a commission of inquiry into the insurance sector, and they made recommendations, especially regarding companies that could become too big to fail. And now we have Sagicor and Guardian Life approaching, and there are no systems in place. We do not learn, and we do not change, because we say, let all of we come together now and solve this now. If we didn't have a carnival mentality, if after we solve it, all of us came together and debriefed and got down to the bottom of what caused what and applied solutions and made law, I suggested that for children in car seats, the same way we have a seat belt law, that for children in car seats, we should sell a double clip on a bungee cord. That from the moment you strap the child in the car seat, clip the bungee cord to the car seat and clip it to your pants. So that if even you forget the child, when you step out the car, it'll pull you back. But we've done nothing. So it'll happen again. So I'm saying to y'all, it's easy to say, let's ignore the past, focus on the present, but how do we build a better future? If we keep making the same mistakes, we're not even expecting different results. We like goldfish in this country. You put a goldfish in a bowl, and it swims to this side of the bowl, and it leaves and it swims to that side. To the goldfish, it's never been here before, and it's brand new, and it's an interesting experience. You come back here, it's a brand new, interesting experience all over again. And we like goldfishes in this country. Or is it goldfish? The plural of fish, when it is one type of fish, is fish. So it's goldfish. Because the plural of fish, when it's many different types of fish, is fishes. Yeah, I had to learn all of that. I had to know. Everybody's saying, great idea, somebody want to go and market it now. And I don't mind, take it, run with it. Let's make it a law. Somebody should take that and capitalize on that. And make it a law that you must have a brightly colored bungee with a clip to you. As parent, as caregiver, as responsible for the car. There's another. Anyway, we'll talk about another time. But we need public spaces. We need a representative body to be responsible for not only checking the food coming out of the kitchen, we need to be checking the elevators, we need to be checking the chairs and the tables, we need to make sure that our people are safe. Because Trinidadians walk through life with a false sense of security. We go and we eat doubles. Because in our minds, in our group mind, you heard he talk about herd immunity, we have herd stupidity. That's what we have. We may develop herd immunity for COVID-19, but we have herd stupidity for everything else. I have asked the man selling doubles on the side of the road, every time I see them using their hands alone, I ask him, how long do you be out here selling doubles? 4, 5 hours? Where do you pee? Side of the road? Who holds your penis for you? Because at some point you're coming back and putting penis on the barra. And we don't understand. We walk around thinking that it's going to work. Somebody check it. Somebody fix it. It's nobody's responsibility. And you're going blind. And you're seeing the restaurant. And I watched a coffee shop video in Trinidad with rats inside the thing that they sell the Jamaican patties, nibbling on a Jamaican patty. And I see that place, and that video went viral. And the place was packed the next day. And I thinking, herd stupidity. Herd stupidity. That's anyway. I was saying, I will do everything in my power to get us past this problem. But I am not going to let it go. I have not let go National Insurance Board and the $41 million that they lend to Tamnaktai and Apsara to build Siam nightclub so people 1%ers could go and boogie. National Insurance Funds, I've not let go of that. I've not let go of Udicott. I've not let go of Keith Rowley. And I've not let go of Faris and the 2 buildings on Alexandra Street. We have a compiled list, but I've not let go of Live Sport, and I've not let go of SIS, and I've not let go of any of those things. And the reason I'm not letting go is because if we don't learn from the past, we condemn to relive it in the future. And we've done that for 57 years. We've done that for 57 years. You know what I like to do now? When people come on one of my posts and they know, you know when you know truth hits somebody like a slap across the face? When they can't respond with a contradiction, when they can't argue, so they have to do something like stoops at you, or they have to attack you ad hominem, about the body, about the man, attack B, because you can't deal with the issue. And when I realized that you already lost the argument, because if you're attacking the messenger and ignoring the message, you've conceded the debate. But I like to go on their wall and see other things that they've posted, other things that they've stood for or against. So I could screenshot it and bring it and post it under their stoops or their cuss to demonstrate them to them, to show them the contradiction and the hypocrisy of their position. Because you see, and I want to say this to you, I wish I could be all things to all people. I wish if you're Indian and you need to see Indian and you look at me, you see the Indianest man you could see. And if you're black and you need to see black when you look at me, you see the blackest man you could see. And if you're white and you need to see white when you watch me, you think, let me go DDI. I wish I could be all things to all people. But the most that I could be is me. And the me that I could be is somebody that comes to you and speaks truth to power. The me that I could be is somebody who has given up so much of my life and my time working at this. Giving you an option where all you have to do is take one step beyond herd stupidity. That's all you have to do. Just open your mind. Just ask yourself, if I cuss, if Rowley say it, but applaud if Kamala say the same thing, wouldn't there be something wrong with me? Or vice versa? If I take Kamala to task for something that I let Rowley get away with, isn't there something wrong with me? I want us to get past herd stupidity. I'm going to tell you all this, and this is going to be very hard to believe, so strap yourself in. There are people in this country brighter than me. There are people in this country more capable than me. There are people in this country more patriotic than me. But they're not as brave as me. And my mission has been, for the past 2.5 decades, to cut a road for others to walk, whether they like me or not, whether they know me or what I do. I own my own company, Marlon Romani. So yes, I do work. I do this around my work full time. But I took this election year as a full time, and I passed on a lot of my responsibilities to key people. And I focus on this. Yeah, so I want Trinidad to succeed. And I'm okay. I'm okay knowing that Keith Rowley, Stuart Young, and Terence D'Alessio had to sit there and read from my playbook to guide Trinidad. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. My pride, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I think plagiarism without acknowledging the source is evil. So if you watch when I share people's shares, when I share what people put out, I either screenshot so I could include their name and their picture, or if it's too long to do that, I write it and then I put their names. Or even if it is something that somebody give me that they write but they can't put their name, as write the words in capital letters, sent to me, : You see, I don't want to plagiarize nobody. I don't. I make my own memes. I write my own words. But every now and then, I'll come across something that I have to ask the person who shared it, can I share this? Can I copy this and share this? I want a better Trinidad and Tobago. I want to retire here. I want to grow old here. I want to go and take my little vacation, but come back home to what I know. I want to live in a country where everybody have water and everybody can get a bus on time when they need to go somewhere, where the garbage picked up on time. I want to live in a country where they have no illegal guns and the borders secure and the drug trade gone and the 1% and the contract mafia is a thing of the past, that everybody in Trinidad and Tobago have the same access to hope and opportunity to maximize their full potential. I want the end of prestige schools so that all schools could be #1 schools. I want a public health system that treats all of our people with dignity, professionalism, and respect. I want returns for your effort. I want units of work to pay value on par with the developed world. I want you to get value for that money. I want everybody who wants a job to have a job, and everybody who have a job and want to own a home to have a home. I want to protect the youth, and I want to protect the elderly, and I want us to pay respect to everybody. I want to live in a country where the artists could be free to do their art, and the sportsmen and women could be free to do their sports, and the tradesmen could do their trades with pride, and that everybody doesn't have to try and fight up to be a lawyer and a doctor, because we need chefs and cooks and seamstresses, and we need people to lift up the manhole and go down inside it and clean it out, and we need people to climb up the electrical pole and keep the lights on. And right now, I am talking to you on this internet feed because people are working to keep it flowing. And without them, all of this gone. And they matter. They matter. And I want to live in a country where all the people who matter can feel like they matter. Yeah? I really want that. I want to live in a country where everybody who want to jump on their bicycle and ride instead of having to drive could feel safe on the road. That the motorists not driving wrong vex. I want to know we have a traffic management plan that mitigates and ends all the localized turn and loop on itself unnecessary traffic. That people don't have to be in traffic from Santa Cruz to pass Creole Kitchen and Ellerslie Plaza entrance, and after that they have no traffic. That people, I used to watch people in traffic till you reach Four Roads, and after Four Roads there's no traffic. But from Four Roads to Movie Town, and I went to Jack Warner and I said, why we don't fix that? We could bypass Four Roads, and we built a bypass. And the people who used to be in traffic for 2 and 3 hours every afternoon don't know that there used to be traffic, that they get home in 10 minutes. We could have a better country without beating up ourselves. I want to be a prime minister that don't need blue lights. I want to be a prime minister. I can be driving down the road and jump out the car and shake your hand and hug you up. Because that's how I live and that's how I come from. I don't want to stunt for my pictures that you're seeing the prime minister eating doubles, but what the cameraman and take out is the 200 special branch officers have to keep the eye on everybody and they finger on the trigger. I want to live in a country where the prime minister is safe, because if the prime minister not safe, I said to St. Finbar's Church, I said to St. Finbar's Church, if you need burglar proofing and electric fencing for a church, we're doing something wrong in the community. We're doing something wrong. If ministers can sit in traffic and they are the people who meet to solve traffic, we have a problem. If public officials, parliamentarians, members of parliament, members of the Senate, the president, the prime minister, all ministers don't use public health, but they are the people that have the responsibility and the tools to make public health the best, we have a problem. We have a real problem. Now, I have no problem saying that government ministers should be paid a percentage of their success. Make a lot of money. Make money. I want to see my police officers driving BMWs and Mercedes Benzes. That shouldn't only be the remit of drug lords and bandits. And money launderers. I want to know that a Progressive Empowerment Party government would say that there are 42,000 illegal guns in the country. We'll put aside $80 million. $80 million, $2,000 cash for every gun you bring in. I know police officers, good and decent people. I know plenty of them because I used to work national security with Gary Griffith. And I'll tell you something, there are plenty good and decent police officers in this country that catching them mother ass to make ends meet and have to wake up every morning. And teachers, there are three people in this country, three groups of people in this country. I want you all to hear me. If we end up in office, we will change your life day one. And that is police officers, teachers, and farmers. You see those three groups of people? They make our lives better. Without them, our lives is terror. So why we treat them with such scant courtesy and total disrespect? You know who else? Nurses. I will never forget when I was in hospital. I had 4 surgeries in 2008 when I got into this accident. A lot of you all know that I got a bad accident in 2008. And for those 4 surgeries, the people that kept me sane and comfortable and took care of me when I couldn't take care of myself were strangers to me who left their homes and their families to come out to work and take care of other people. Nurses, take care of our nurses. We need to take care of our people. We need to take care of our people. We need a country where from the bottom up you feel proud to be a Trinbagonian. We need our fishermen. We need our vendors happy. We need people to choose and to be comfortable in choosing what you want to do with your life. Do you want to be a doctor, engineer, architect, lawyer? Do you want to be a tradesman? We need plumbers. We need electricians. There is a shortage in Trinidad. We need plumbers. We need electricians. We need carpenters. We need masons. There is a shortage in Trinidad. Any of you young people watching me tonight and you're in school and you don't know where to go, hear what I'm telling you, become a tradesperson. You will never go hungry. There will always be need. Yeah? We need to establish nurse practitioners and paramedics. We need to put that as university studies in this country. We need to create a Trinidad and Tobago where the national anthem is not a lie, where every single person could find their equal place. That's what we need. We need to make sure that Trinis understand that this is their country, that they are no longer slaves. This is no longer the plantation. Massa don't live in Whitehall, that you are the boss. And that we together, but you know what I said at the start of the video? COVID-19 is going to show you that. COVID-19 is going to show you, because you are accustomed living on small money and suffering. The reason the United States of America catch their ass in Vietnam is they went to fight Vietnam in the bush. And Americans didn't know how to live in the bush, but the Vietnamese did. The poor and the sufferers in Trinidad and Tobago will survive 10 COVID-19. It is the people in Goodwood Park that need 400 cases of toilet paper. You want a better country? Tell Rowley. Tell him. Say, boss, ease the stunting. Ease the stunting. Tell Kamala, ease the accent and the highfalutin terminology. You want to reach us? Come down on the ground. And don't bullshit us. Don't tell us about Baji and Bodhi when you're campaigning. And if we pull you back there, you're going up in the sky. You're too big to even drive on the road with me. Think it through now. You are a shareholder of this that should have a heritage and stabilization fund of about $400 billion. We have six. We have $6 billion US. And they want to touch it. They want to pretend that COVID-19 is a reason to go in there and grab it. It's not. Let every pot sit down on its bottom now. Everybody. All of you, make your relationships count. With your landlord, with your bank, with your suppliers, with your workers. Because that's how we're going to survive this. Relationships. And we need to go back to there. Because all of we in the same shit now. All of we. But I'm not hearing that from the PNM. And I'm not hearing that from the UNC. I'm hearing backbiting and accusations. I'm hearing you thief and you is an old thief and you corrupt and all your people do this and all your people do that, and the yellow know the list of the red names and the red know the list of the yellow names who thief out all we money. But neither the red nor the yellow bringing anybody to justice. We had to bring this to an end. It was a nice show tonight. I was very happy to have my brother. And he had to stand up to people above him to tell them, listen, I'm going to have to make a contribution. But he was clear. He was here as a citizen. He didn't delve too deeply into any information that would compromise anybody else. Yeah? And to all the ladies who have expressed romantic love for my brother, his wife is taking down your name. You're going to be investigated. Nah, just joking. That's kicks. Trinidad and Tobago. It's time for us. It's time for us to do this better. You don't agree? Hey! Here we go! Everything out of control. What is? Check it out. 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning. My brother never sang no calypso though, eh? I have one up on him. 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning. And Kami Maraj is how they throw me away so quick, boy, eh? 9 o'clock out the done, and no food in the pot. Why? There's a flood in the road. 9 o'clock in the day, you can't see your way. Why? Traffic on the highway. Traffic on the highway. Organized crime. It's organized crime. Everywhere you turn, crime and more crime. White collar crime. Blue collar crime. No collar crime. We're running out of time. Your country in a hole, everything out of control. There we go now. 9 o'clock in the morning. 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 9 o'clock on the dot. Your salary cut.
pay. Traffic on the highway. Traffic on the highway. Bills and more bills. Bills and more bills. Nothing to work, nothing to work, nothing to work, nothing to work, nothing to work. $3 trillion spent, nothing to show. That's how it goes in a land named Trinbago. Nothing to work, nothing to work, nothing to work, nothing to work. Public health fail, public works fail, local government fail, central government fail. Nothing to work, nothing to work, nothing to work, nothing to work, nothing to work. 57 years, tears. 57 years, prayers. Nothing to work, nothing to work, nothing to work. No bread in the kitchen, no gas in the car, no water in the pipe. Everybody by the bar, hole in the pavement, hole in your shoe, hole in your wallet. There's only holes for you. Nothing to work, 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 nothing to work. Everything out of control. Gunman and she hold it like that.
Like yourself, Trinbago. We need to do better. He was giving me some information and I want to share it with you so it put things in perspective. Death rate, all cases, 80 plus years old, 14.8%. 70 to 79 years old, 8%. 60 to 69 years old, of all cases, 3.6%. 50 to 59 years old, 1.3%. 40 to 49 years old, 0.4%. 30 to 39 years old, 2%. 20 to 29 years old, 2%. 10 to 19 years old, 30 to 39, 20 to 29, 10 to 19, all are 0.2%. 40 to 49 is 0.4%. 0 to 9 years old, no fatalities. None. Zip. So, yeah. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service are patrolling to help in avoiding gatherings of more than 25 persons as TNT seeks to prevent person-to-person transmission. I feel so good that we got this to pass. I feel so good. We worked so hard to wake everybody up. And I know people messaging me and telling me, Phil, the government had to announce that because you were getting the people to stay home and they had to pretend that they were in front of it. Yeah, but it's cool. It's all good. As I said, I will work with everybody to get this country to a safe place for everybody. But I'm taking notes and I won't let you forget. I won't let you forget how they lie, how they fail. I won't, up to this day, Keith Rowley can explain to the people of Trinidad and Tobago because I am the only person who asked him. If in 2003, you went to the Prime Minister and told him about massive bid rigging and Unicode theft of $10 billion. You told the Prime Minister that in 2003 and he was still in government up till 2009. What did you do? What did you do for those 6 years? What? Nothing. You did nothing. How do you explain knowing that the government you are a part of is corrupt and capable of stealing 10 billion public dollars? We'll deal with that the next time. Interesting show tonight, people. I want to ask you again, as I will ask you last night. Last night I put out an appeal for help to pay for TV shows because we are doing a launch and we want to put it on the television stations, and it's $30, $40, $50,000 to broadcast a half hour, they say to us, it's election rates, no problem. It's political rates, no problem. We know what it is, but we'll get past it. After last night's show, we got 2 donations, one person 10,000, one person 5,000. And boy, I wish I could call your names, because both of you are angels. Thank you very much. And both of them know, and they know not to ask for anything in return. They just said, look, we'll help you get the message out. One was a couple, husband and wife, and they said, couldn't believe that show. Couldn't believe that show. I said also, if you're not on the PEP broadcast list and you would like to be on the WhatsApp broadcast list, send me a message to 682-2110 with your name. If you do not send your name, I am going to have to ignore it. I don't even have the ability to respond to you and ask for names anymore, because the amount of messages that coming through on all points are coming through in volume. So you need to take responsibility on your end. We are asking everybody, and this is everybody, to come and get involved in your community. If you live in a constituency of Trinidad and Tobago and you would like to help the Progressive Empowerment candidate there, message me. I'll put you on to the right person. Michelle Davis, Shari Wilson, Trini Mamu, you could message them and it goes directly to them. Glenn Robinson, that goes to the team. But if you forget and you're confused, but you're in your community and you'd like to work on the ground in your constituency to help the PEP candidate, message me. If you would like to get involved in the communications aspect, Satish is training people as interns to operate the system. You could come and you could get involved and help, because we're going to be adding more shows. This COVID thing, almost done, It's almost done. You're going to go and we're going to be able to go forward, all of us, and we need to be ready to go forward. What is of critical need right now? We need financial help, and we need financial help from you. We will never be seeking financial help from deep pocket financiers who want return on their investment. This is not that. We will have our corner meetings, and we will have our door knocking, bell ringing, one by one. Go in the bar, go in the restaurant, go in the shop. We're going to meet you on the ground. We're coming in your street, we're coming in your community center, we're coming in your church, we're going to in your mosque, in your temple. We're coming respectfully to talk to you, to give you a chance and an opportunity to join with the rest of us in rescuing Trinidad and Tobago from the 57-year morass of incompetence and corruption that has destroyed paradise on earth. We need to flip that script. We need to undo it. And the first step along that way is to ignore the mocking pretenders who will tell you that that level of latrine life is good. Leave them in it. The rest of us, we're going forward. A better country is our goal. A better country for all. Our benchmark is every single citizen. We want the elders, the very young, everybody. We want our entrepreneurs. We want our farmers. We want these people to beat their chest and succeed. We want to give them the tools. We want to give them the assistance. We want to turn this country around. We need to move from 22 billion GDP to 400 billion GDP. And we're not moving to that with Titan Methanex, who could close down, and Yara could close down, and Nital could close down. Yes, we need big industries, but we need 50,000 small industries too. And we need to empower those people, because those people, they ain't going nowhere. Them making it work for the rest of their lives. And that is what holds up a real economy. Yeah? And listen, I wanna give all the shout outs and all the love to all the conspiracy theorists out there. I dealing with Trinidad and Tobago, and I dealing with Trinidad and Tobago. And if for a minute, you could forget the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and China and 5G and the anti-vaxxers, if you could forget all the bullshit for a little while and just focus on the fact that our country is a shithole and we need to fix it, we will sit down and drink rum after and talk about Morgan and Rockefeller and Rothschild and how they formed the Illuminati, and when Marshall do this, what it mean, and all that bullshit. We will do that then. But right now, the country on fire. We fix it now. Yeah? Until tomorrow, stay safe. Trinidad and Tobago.